Hello guys, I hope you are doing good. Welcome to another video. Let's solve the 8th problem in the series JavaScript problems for freshers. So as you can see and read the problem statement reads as remove cycle from the object. We are given a circular object and we have to detect and delete the cycle from it. If you see over here, I have a linked list. This list contains the value and the pointer to the next element. So we created 3 items with the value and each item is pointing to the next item. So item 1 points to item 2 points to item 3 and item 3 points to item 1, which means it is in a cycle. Let me copy this from here and if I paste it and if I print the item 1, you will see that in the log it is mentioned that this is a circular item or a circular object. So see, here it is saying that the next is pointing to the circular object. Now to break the cycle, we have to break the chain. So what if item 3 dot next becomes null? So this will break the chain and we'll see the output like the first item is pointing to the second is pointing to the third, and so on. So the first is there with the value, it is pointing to second with the value 20, and then second is pointing to the third, and the next pointer is null. So that is what we have to do programmatically. So let's create a function that will take this circular object and then remove the cycle from this. So here const remove cycle, and this will take the object as input, and inside this we are going to make use of weak set. So what weak set is a data structure that stores the reference of the object rather than storing the actual object, and when that object is deleted it will not hold the memory and it will be removed from the weak set as well. So weak set and weak map are two data structures which are available in JavaScript, which are used to store the reference of the objects, so that once the object is removed, it is removed from the set and map as well, and the memory cleanup is done. So we are going to use the same. I am going to create a set over here, and that set will be a weak set that will hold the object, the input object, as reference. Why we are setting the object as a reference is because the first object, it will be pointing to item 1. So we will save one iteration and it will know that this is the start point of the object. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this function iterate object. This will take the object as input. You can create any type of function. I'm creating a normal function over here, and inside this what I'm going to do is for let key in object will check if object dot has own property. So we are not going into the prototype chain. If the key is the own property of the object, and if type of value of this is object, then we are going to store that. So if set has the object key, which means if the set already has this object stored, then either delete object key or set the object key as null to break the chain, whatever you prefer. Let's set it to null, and otherwise what we'll do is we'll add set.add object.key, and then we'll recursively call the same function to iterate. So iterate object, and then we'll pass the object.key or the next value to iterate. And now at the end, so this iterate object is there. At the end, I'm going to invoke this with the object. And now let's test this. So this remove cycle function, I'm going to do console.log. I'm going to pass remove cycle, and to this I'm going to pass the item1 from where we are starting, and let's see if it is removing the cycle and then returning the object. So we got undefined. Do we have to return this? Okay, so we'll, after removing the cycle, we have to print the object because our function is not returning anything. So I'll just print item1 and see if its cycle is broken or not. If I run this, you will see that cycle is broken. The next is pointing to null. If I delete this, then the next would be deleted altogether, and we'll just have value in the third object, which is 30. So it's preferable, whatever you want. It's better that we point it to null so that it breaks the chain and the list formation is as it is. So this is how you can detect and remove the cycle from a circular object in JavaScript. Thank you for your time. I'll see you in next video.